Hello you all, welcome back to another video. My name is Raizin. For those of you who don't know me, people call me Ray. So in this video I will be doing this look right here. I have so much fun doing this look. I really like the way that it came out. I really hope that you all enjoy it. If you want to see how I got this look, make sure you keep on watching before we go any further. If this is like your first, second, maybe third, not first, maybe second, third to fifth video that you watched of mine, please be sure to click that subscribe button. Very important that you all like my video, because if you like my video, everybody else will get a chance to see it, okay? So make sure you like my video, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We'll be using some new products, some old products. I'm going to talk about some of those products in this video. So let me not ramble too long. I just want to go ahead and start. So my eyebrows are already done, and I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Granite. And I already primed my eyes. I primed my eyes with the Juvia's Place Iron Magic Concealer. I want to use an old palette because it's not old, but it's not new either. I want to use that palette today. So this is actually one of my favorite palettes, and I'm going to be using the Amrezy palette for my eyes, and this is how it looks. They actually still sell this palette at Ulta, and they also still sell it at Sephora. I would say you should go and get it if you haven't gotten it, because it's really that great of a palette. Don't let nobody talk you out of it, because once it's gone, it's gone. So for the first shade, I'm actually going to be taking New Yawker, and I'm going to place this right in my crease. I'm just going to be building this shade up. So you guys, I'm going to be using some new brushes today, and I ended up getting these brushes from Amazon. But when you see these brushes, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, you got those from Amazon, because they look so good. They look like some Morphe brushes, and I've never had Morphe brushes like ordered, and they look like some Morphe, some Sigma brushes. Like, they look really good, and then they feel really good as well. So I'm going to be using these brushes today for my look. These are actually some of the face brushes, and these are some of the eye brushes. I didn't take them all out of the pack. Like, this is one of the eye brushes right here. This looks like a flat concealer brush. And then you have another detail brush. These are from BS Small, actually. This is like another detail brush, maybe like a lip brush or a liner brush, you know, brushes and things like that. So I just cannot wait to use these in the tutorial today. That's just a few of the brushes. So I'm going to be going ahead and going in with New Yawker. I'm going to put that on my eyes. I think I'm going to go ahead and I want to do a simple look, but it's going to be a simple glam eyeshadow. It's going to actually be a smoky, bronzy. It's going to be a smoky bronze gold eyeshadow look, or if it's not going to be smoky, it's definitely going to be a bronze gold eyeshadow look. Okay, so the next color I'm going to be going in with is 1988, and that is this color right here. I'm going to be placing this color in my crease, and I'm just going to be building this up. This brush right here is perfect for the crease. This is definitely a crease brush. I want to go ahead and place YUGO in my crease as well. I just want to kind of deepen it up a little bit more. I really like the black in this palette, so I'm going to be taking this and placing it in my crease. And I'm going to be really, really deepening up my crease and defining it just a bit more. This is going to be a smoky, like I said, eye look. And I've been using the same brush throughout this whole entire process. So yeah. So now I'm going to take Georgina and I'm going to place Georgina all over my lid. I'm going to be doing somewhat of a cheat cut crease, so I'm not going to actually cut my crease with concealer or any kind of a primer. I'm just going to wet my brush and put this all over my lid, and you will see how I do this, and you can do it too if cut creases are just a little bit too intense for you or if they are too problematic. So I'm going to be placing Georgina right on my lid. So I'm going to be taking this brush right here. This is the one I got from Amazon. This is another BS Small brush, and I'm going to be using this brush to put Georgina on my lid. I'm going to be taking some Max Fix Plus spray, and I'm going to be spraying the brush just so it will intensify that lid color. So this is basically the eye look, and this is what I meant when I say a cheat cut crease. So it looks like I actually cut my crease, and typically I did, except for I just did it with the eyeshadow that I was using for my crease. So this will work for a lot of you who feel intimidated by cut creases or feel like, you know, I just can't get it right now. You don't have to get it, but you can definitely do what I just did. I think a cheat cut creases are easier to do when you are using shimmer shades. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my liquid liner from Sephora, and I'm gonna be doing my liner off camera, and I will be right back. So for the base, we're going to be using something different. I hope that it shows up on camera. I already washed my face. I put my moisturizer on. So now for my primer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Plus Matte Oil Control Primer. This also has Kaolin Clay and Tea Tree. This is the primer right here. I really hope that you can see it on camera because sometimes the light does wash it out. And if you have this primer, let me know if you liked it. I only used it like a couple of times. This is how it actually looks. So it basically says that this clay-infused primer helps control oil for a lasting mattified complexion. The smoothing yet lightweight formula helps blur the appearance of pores while controlling excess oils with kaolin clay and tea tree. So that sounds pretty good. It's definitely like a pore, maybe like a pore minimizing primer, I want to say. It's definitely soft. It's definitely very soft on the skin. So I feel like it would give you a flawless makeup application. It's so cute. I just got it the other day. It definitely goes along with all of my other cups because y'all know I just can't help but to pick up drinking cups. Definitely like this cup, and it's just so cute. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to one of my favorite foundations. I have been picking this foundation up a whole lot lately. I am talking about the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. Mine's in the shade Hot Fudge, and I really like this foundation. This foundation came out maybe like 3 years ago. I'm not really sure. Maybe 3 years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. She does have a brand new stick foundation that came out, and I've heard honestly more good reviews than anything, so I definitely want to try it. If you want me to try that foundation, make sure you leave a comment below to let me know if that's what you want me to do. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this foundation on. It does have a scent, but I heard that her newer stick foundations do not have a scent. And you don't need a lot of that foundation, like at all, really. So now I'm going to be taking this BS Mall foundation buffing brush, I want to say, and I'm going to be spraying my brush. I'm going to buff my foundation in using this brush right here. Now typically I don't use brushes. I normally use a sponge. Since sponges have come out, I only really use a sponge unless my brushes are dirty. But I want to try this out, and one thing I will tell you is that when you use brushes for your complexion products, definitely for foundation, you will always get a full coverage. When you use a sponge, you get less coverage because you are using a sponge which is soaking up your product. But if you want a full coverage, whether you are using a powder foundation, a cream foundation, or a liquid foundation, you will always get more coverage using a brush than you would with a sponge. I did with my brush only because I want the foundation to move around seamless and not be so stiff. So if you have a more mattifying foundation, make sure you wet the brush. Not that I heard some people said this foundation was matte, but it's not matte to me. So now I'm going to try something different, and I'm going to be using this Juvia's Place foundation stick, or multi-purpose stick, I guess, because you can use it for foundation, contour, concealer. So I'm going to actually be using this as my concealer today, and I just want to see how it's going to look. I want to see how it's going to look under my eyes, because I told you all I'm not for a super bright concealer under my eyes, but I am for a bright powder, not a concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and use this under my eyes. This is in the shade Namibia. This is how it looks. I actually do like this shade. I'm not mad at the shade at all. I really like this shade. So I'm going to go ahead and use this BS Mall brush right here. This is like a flat foundation brush, I want to say. But I'm going to use this to blend out my concealer. Remember, I told you that when you use brushes, you get more coverage. So this will give me a more fuller coverage under my eyes. So let's go ahead and try this out. It looks like a pretty cool brush. I really like it a lot. So now I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty matchstick, and mine's in the shade Expresso. As you all know, I've really been liking doing this. So I just feel like doing my contour this way really makes my skin look a lot more smoother. So that's why I continue to do it. So to blend out that cream contour, I'm going to be using this brush right here. This brush is actually from Wet n Wild. It's one of their like collection brushes that I got. So I'm going to blend it out. Actually, I'm going to take my BS Mall foundation brush. I'm just going to be blending out the edges. When we're taking that concealer brush that I concealed with, I'm just going to go back and just make sure that those areas are still highlighted. So this is what we are looking like so far. So now we are going to set those cream products. I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder, and this one is in the shade Honey. And I'm going to just be setting under my eyes. I'm not going to be baking. I'm just going to be pressing that in. I'm going to take this BS Mall brush. This one is, and I'm going to be placing this right up under my eyes. So now I'm going to be taking my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Powder and I'm going to be setting my entire face with this powder. I'm going to be using this powder brush right here. It's not necessarily a huge powder brush. It's almost like a rounded dome powder brush, and I'm going to be using this to set my face with the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Powder. Okay, so now that we have that all set, I'm not going to set my cream contour because it's technically already set using that MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Powder, but I'm going to make it more prominent. I'm going to make it stand out a bit more. I'm going to be using my Morphe Glamour Bronze in the shade Leader. This is how the bronzer look. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose. I'm gonna be using this brush from BS Mall. It's like an angled eyeshadow brush, except for it's not too fluffy of a brush. It's a little bit more dense, and I'm gonna be using this to contour my nose. So I'm going to go back into the Fenty Beauty powder and I'm going to do a bit of a reverse contour. You already know the deal. This is what I do. So I'm going to actually do something different because I'm going to use a brush to do this that I not normally use. I'm going to be taking this blush from MAC. This is in the shade Raizin, and I'm going to be blushing my cheeks right with this blush because I don't know where my CoverGirl blush is, and I love that one. So now I'm going to be taking another product, and this is pretty new. This is the Kaolin Beauty Elixir Spray, and I'm going to be spraying my face with this spray. I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I was so happy to pick this up. And I did get mine in the travel size, but this one definitely has a lot of product in it for me to actually try out. And this one has 30, this one is 1 fluid ounce, so this is definitely enough to try out. I'm going to be spraying my face using this spray. I'm going to be using the MAC eyeliner pencil in Feline to line my waterline. I'm going to be taking my favorite mascara. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in Carbon Black to coat my top and bottom lashes, and then I will be applying my lashes. So I'm actually going to be adding some eyeshadow underneath my waterline, and I'm going to be going back into this Amrezy palette to do that. I'm going to be using the shades BK, YUGO, and 1988 in the Amrezy palette. I'm going to be taking this angled definer brush to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add my mascara to my bottom lash line. So now I'm going to be popping on these lashes right here. These are my lashes from my brand, ORAYBEAUTY Co. I'm going to be popping these on. These are how they look. Just really cute, and these are my mink lashes. You can definitely link down below if you want to purchase these lashes. They will be available. They are available actually. Guys, so now I'm going to add my lips. And so for my lips today, I'm going to be using the MAC Chestnut Lip Liner. And I'm going to also be using my gloss. So I'm going to go ahead and add my lips right now. So I'm going to be taking my gloss, and this one is in the shade Bear With Me. This one is not on my site just yet. I did not add it, but I do have other shades, which is semi-nudes that's kind of close to it. And I will be showing you guys how it looks. Super glossy, very comfortable on the lips, non-sticky. It's just such a beautiful nude brown. I absolutely love it. I do suggest a gloss over top of any lipstick, or if you just want to wear a lip gloss, this is perfect. It does have a little bit of color to it, but not too much. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I loved filming this look for you guys. It looked so good. It looked so amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please do not leave without subscribing to my channel. Also to click the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time I upload a video. Make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about just everything. I'm going to leave my website down below so that you all can shop my glosses and my lashes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Bye.